This is IMT News.
Assalamu alaikum wa rahmatullahi wa barakatuh. On Saturday, 12th October 2024, the Universal Memon Organization hosted a grand dinner at Islam Gymkhana in honor of Mrs. Yasmeen Mozawala, Chairperson of the Ladies Wing of the World Memon Organization and a board member of MANA. The event was graced by prominent dignitaries, including the renowned social activist Mrs. Razia Bai Chasmawala, affectionately known as Memon Mother Teresa for her tireless efforts and humanitarian work. Mr. Haji Rehmatullah Patel, president of the UMO, welcomed the guests accompanied by Mr. Noor Mohamed Patel, Secretary General of the UMO, and Mr. Afzal Malbarwala, president of the India chapter. Other notable attendees included Mr. Vali Mohamed Khakra, General Secretary of the India chapter, Asma Fuggawala, Patroness of UMO, Mrs. Razia Haji Rehmatullah Patel, Oneza Noor Mohamed Patel, and Mrs. Norine Vali Mohamed Khakra. The evening featured productive discussions on IT education and various social initiatives. Mrs. Razia Bai highlighted her ongoing women's empowerment projects, while Mrs. Yasmeen Mozawala elaborated on her diverse social work. It was agreed that the WMO and UMO would collaborate on numerous initiatives guided by Mrs. Razia Bai Chasmawala to further their shared vision of community upliftment. As a mark of respect and appreciation, Mrs. Yasmeen Mozawala and Mrs. Razia Bai Chasmawala were felicitated with shawls and presented with mementos honoring their exceptional contributions to the Memon community. A special surprise was in store for Mrs. Yasmeen Mozawala as the UMO celebrated her birthday with a cake-cutting ceremony. Overwhelmed by the warm hospitality, Mrs. Mozawala expressed her gratitude to the UMO, particularly to the India chapter, for the memorable evening. She wished the organization continued success and pledged her support in promoting UMO's IT education programs. The event marked another milestone in fostering unity and collaboration between the WMO and UMO for the betterment of the Memon community worldwide.
Razia Bai Chasmawala, Chairperson of World Memon Federation Ladies Wing, as well as I am Deputy Chairperson of the World Memon Organisation Global Ladies Wing. Today I accompanied with Yasmeen Mozawala. She is from USA and she has just been selected as Chairperson of USA and Canada WMO Ladies Wing. And we are very happy to be associated with Universal Memon Organisation. As I love the subject which they are introducing, is IT. It's a information technology. It is a very in thing of today's life. And it makes children techno-savvy. This is the best thing because the next future generation will depend upon artificial intelligence, cyber fraud, networking, and everything. They include everything. This information technology means it includes everything with it, so they can make their future. If you want to make your children's future bright, you please come and join IT, information technology, which is run by Universal Memon Organisation. It's free. It's online courses. They are teaching you free everything, but irrespective of your age or irrespective of caste and creed. And that is the best thing. So please come and join us for Universal Memon Organisation. Today we hosted a dinner in honor of Yasmeen Mozawala, who has come from USA, particularly to see and to learn about this Universal Memon Organization's project. And she also liked this project. She is very much into techno-savvy projects. So we are very happy. We have celebrated her birthday also here with a dinner. So it's you see, our parents were struggling so much for 10 to 15 years to become millionaire or billionaire. Nowadays, with the IT, children with a white collar can become, in 25, 26 age, they can become millionaire. So this is very profitable for them. The older children, we are asking them to join this course, this project, and let's try on this.
Assalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh. If you don't know me, I'm Yasmeen Mozawala. I'm the chair of WMO Women Wing Who in USA and Canada. I'm visiting here in India, alhamdulillah, and there are such nice people and such nice organizations that I'm coming across, and this is one of them, the UMO. I met all the dignitaries of UMO, and alhamdulillah, very happy to see them. They're doing an excellent job and recruiting all the youngsters for IT programs. I would like to also know more about it and join our children, and I think it's one of the most important things that young children should have with them. And I'm sure being India is the hub of IT, and those that I think the little middle-aged people also should be involved in it, because today's world is all IT and all connected with computers and things like that. So I'm very happy to know them and to know this organization, and we should combine. And I'm glad to say that WMO also is joining. I mean, they are joining WMO also, and you know, we can all be together as Muslims and help in every different aspect of life, inshallah. Jazakallah khair, UMO staff and all the dignitaries for having us for dinner over here. It was a very delicious dinner, I have to say so. And the best part was that it was my birthday and they remembered it, and I had the cake cutting. So alhamdulillah, and hats off to you people for all the work that you do for the place. Thank you. Assalamu alaikum.
Assalamu alaikum. I am Afzal Malbarwala, President of UMO India Chapter. We had the privilege of honoring a distinguished guest, Mrs. Yasmeen Mozawala and Mrs. Razia Chasmawala, yesterday at Islam Gymkhana. Mrs. Yasmeen Mozawala is the President of WMO North America Chapter, and I don't have to give any introduction to Mrs. Razia Chasmawala, who is known as Mother Teresa of the Memon community. In fact, you know, at Islam Gymkhana, we had dinner with them and discussed a lot of matter with regard to the intentions and the working of our UMO, which is formed as an India chapter, which is formed in India. They were very much impressed about the work what we have done, we have started, and which we are planning to do more for the upliftment, for the IT education, for the Memon community children who will be gaining knowledge and will be having more success in life after gaining this IT knowledge, which is need of the world today. Along with me, we had our President, Mr. Haji Patel, Mrs. Haji Patel, our Honorary Secretary General, Mr. Mohamed Patel, Mrs. Mohamed Patel, and our India Chapter Honorary Secretary, Mr. Vali, Mrs. Vali, and our Patroness, Asma Fuggawala. The honorary guests were felicitated by Mrs. Haji Patel and Mrs. Noor Patel. And the icing on the cake was, it was the birthday of Mrs. Yasmeen Mozawala, and the cake was also, she cut by her and distributed to everybody. It was a very fruitful and good meeting with everybody, and inshallah, they have promised their support to UMO in any way they want for the upliftment of the Memon community, and I'm sure we will jointly do more work for the Memon community upliftment and the children. Thank you. Assalamu alaikum.
Rakshinda Zahid, IMT News, London.